A lot has been said about this warning, but people almost never look at the reasons. Service ESC means there is a problem in electronic stability control. But what is it? ESC, also called sometimes ESP, Electronic Stability Program, relies on several components. ABS, it gets readings from the ABS sensors for wheel speed monitoring. Also, it uses ABS to automatically apply brakes on a certain wheel. ESC may lower the engine RPM, so it uses a set of engine sensors like the throttle position sensor. It uses traction control. So the warning may also come on when you turn off your traction control manually, or there are issues with the software or control modules in this system. So obviously the first reasons that may trigger the ESC are brake problems, ABS problems, traction control issues, but life is not as predictable as you may think. I have written an article about the service ESC in one of the British cars, but it will work with almost all GM vehicles, so I will leave the link in the description. Among the common reasons are bad coils or spark plugs. They cause engine misfiring. That causes power loss. ESC computer starts panicking, you see the error message. Then the engine compression may also cause this error message. This is the same issue, it causes problems with the power. Also, it may be okay after a long period in a garage, you just need to drive some time. Then there are purge valve problems, very common, fuel pressure changes and ESC panics, and you will see this ESC error message. And finally, battery or alternator. When battery voltage drops, it may lead to a lot of warnings and error lights, including service ESC. So what should you do when you see this service ESC error message? I would check obvious and easy to check things like is the dipstick sitting tight, is the oil cap tightened, is the gas cap tightened. Then I would check the battery or maybe even charge it to make sure it's okay. After that, I would use a scanner tool to try and get the codes. Doing this may save you hundreds on inspections and repairs. Can you drive when you see the ESC problem in your car? Well, it's a bad idea to just ignore the problem and do nothing, but if your car behaves normally, you can drive. Be careful, some important functions may not be working. If you experience significant changes in how the engine works, or there are a bunch of lights on the dash, avoid driving this vehicle, or drive it very slowly to the nearest repair shop or dealership.